The pure sea leopard is only 0.1 seconds slow. The big mouth of the Arctic bear has bitten its tail precisely. The tail forced it out of the breathing hole. For the Arctic bear, which has a long neck, such a pure and dull sea leopard will not meet the same fate for a year. In the summer, Arctic food is getting less and less. At this time, the fattest sea leopard will raise its small hands and lay lazily on the ice to bask in the sun to get a nutritious meal. But they are not easy to catch. The Arctic bear is a little bit slow. The cunning sea leopard quickly turns over into the water and moves cleanly. When the Arctic bear reacts, the ice surface is already empty. After a while, the fat sea leopard will climb back to the ice and continue to bask in the sun leisurely. This is simply a naked provocation. The Arctic bear is not reconciled. It presses its body and quietly approaches the edge of the ice layer to try to give the sea leopard a surprise. However, all its actions will be caught by the sea leopard. Just as the Arctic bear raises its head to confirm the location of the target, the sea leopard slides into the water again. What's more arrogant is that it is hiding in front of the Arctic bear this time and deliberately protects the park. This bear can't catch me. When the Arctic bear turns his head humbly, this guy has already slipped back to the ice and is doing well. He looks innocent. It is unbearable. The Arctic bear dives into the water again and swears to eat the fat sea leopard this time. On the surface of the water, the sea leopard is sweeping around cautiously. Suddenly, a white shadow flashes from the water. The Arctic bear attacks under its eyelids. The sea leopard is dragged into the deep water. If I'm not wrong, this time the Arctic bear is sure to lose again. After repeated battles, the Arctic bear is almost exhausted. It doesn't understand that the advantage is obviously in me. Why am I always played by this fat sea leopard? As the largest land carnivore in the Arctic bear must eat more than 100,000 calories every 10 days. Now the deadline is coming. If there is no harvest, it will face the crisis of starvation. However, the survival of the Arctic is in danger. The ice layer melts and freezes, forming a mysterious ice and snow maze. Here, finding the sea leopard is the first challenge. Fortunately, the Arctic bear has an incredible superpower. Its sense of smell is 0.5 times more than that of humans. It can capture the smell of the sea leopard 30 kilometers away. After locating the target, it is determined to set off. But the sea leopard is not an ordinary creature. Its speed in the water is as fast as lightning. It has a 5-centimeter thick layer of fat to resist the cold. This fat not only allows it to adapt to the seawater below 2 degrees Celsius, but also contains enough heat to support a week. In order to hunt the sea leopard, the Arctic bear must wait for it to rest ashore. However, smart sea leopards often choose to float away from the threat as a stronghold. The surrounding seawater is ice cold. Once the Arctic bear's temperature drops to 2 degrees Celsius, important organs will begin to decay and eventually freeze to death. In order to continue to hunt the sea leopard in extreme cold, the Arctic bear evolved another skill. Its fur looks white and dense, but it is transparent and hollow, like a hidden solar collector. The sun can penetrate the fur layer and reach the black skin below. The black skin can absorb heat efficiently, making the Arctic bear a mobile solar panel. Even in the dark, this light and dark system can also absorb faint light energy to maintain body temperature. With this rechargeable system, the Arctic bear can swim in ice water for several days in a row, and humans may die in a few minutes in the same environment. However, its real killer sword only appears in the moment it floats out of the water. After leaving the sea, the Arctic bear quickly adjusts its state and moves on. The sun provides energy for it, and sharp claws can pierce 8 centimeters deep into the ice surface, providing a point of impact. Its explosive power is comparable to that of an Olympic athlete. The power of evil can crush the skeleton of the sea leopard, and the big blood vessel can even tear it in half. One strike, one kill. With this success, the Arctic bear can live for another week, and that fat sea leopard is still waving its small hand on the ice. All this has nothing to do with me.